Hey there, Facebook friends and family, everybody watching in on YouTube. Summer Geronimo here. And tonight, my friends, I'm going to be sharing with you on how to handle those dream stealers in your life. Yes, you know the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about those people that when you were going for your dreams, when you were going for your goals, they try and push you down. They try and say, oh, you can't do that. It's not gonna work. Don't really, you can't, come on. I mean, you know the ones that I'm talking about. And you know what is crazy is that every single person that I know, if they have a dream in their heart, if they have something that they are pushing for, that they are going for 100%, there's one thing they all have. They all have naysayers. They all have people that say, you know what? You can't do it. You're not smart enough. You don't have the connections. You don't have the finances. You don't have the education, right? There's people that try and come against them. And you know what's crazy is that a lot of times these people are actually the people that are the closest to you, people that are your family, people that are your friends. And so tonight I'm going to talk with you guys a little bit about those dream stealers. And how you can overcome them, how you can live victorious, how you can go for your dreams and your goals 100%. Because if you are watching this, I'm going to say one thing is probably for sure. You have a dream in your heart and you're willing to do something about it. And you're pushing, you are striving, you are going for your goal. So let's talk about how you can overcome the challenge and the hurdles when people try and come against you, right? Because it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you have a passion and a purpose and you're going for something 100%, there are going to be people that try and push you down. Now, it is unfortunate, but I'm going to share with you some things that we've done in our life, some challenges that we've overcome, and what in particular we focused on. So first of all, a little bit about myself. My husband and I have been together for 15 years. We both come from very humble beginnings. We saw the wave in the real estate market go up, and you know what? We rode it on up. And then we saw it come crashing down, and we rode it on down too. And it was a super challenging time in our life. We lost multiple houses to foreclosure, our own house where we lived, our business, my credit. I mean, it all went, okay? So those are some of the things that we've had to overcome. And you know what? Here we are today. It's just a few short years later, and we are so incredibly blessed. Our finances are, we make more in a month than we used to make in a year. So that gives you a little bit of perspective. We have an amazing network marketing business with 16 six-figure earners in the last couple of years, and we're just getting started. So that's what we know about going from being, flat on your back, flat on the ground, to having an increase, having an abundance in your life. So first of all, I will say, if you have a dream and you're going for it, and you have somebody that tries to speak a negative word against you, they try and tell you that you can't do it, and who can have this? Anybody can have this, okay? You have been dreaming one day of starting your own business. You're hoping at some point that you find the most incredible spouse. You have a goal that, God put in your heart to start a church, or to open an orphanage, or to do something exceptional. Anytime you want to be exceptional, there's going to be people that try and come against you. So one of the things that we found for ourselves is that, first and foremost, if you have people that are being negative to you, if you have people that are pushing you down, that are saying, they're just trying to discourage you, that first and foremost, you can decide who you allow to speak into your life. Yes, that's right, my friend. You have the power. If someone says something negative to you, reject it. Decide it's not for you. Decide that if they want to say that about themselves, or if they want to say that to somebody else, whatever, but you don't receive it. Words are like seeds, right? Someone sprays their words, it's kind of like seeds, and then they come back and they water them. But you know what? You can decide if that seed is going to take root in your heart. You can decide if whatever they said, if it's going to affect you. So have the power and decide, you know what? I reject that. That's not for me and my family. That is not congruent with what I'm going for in my life. And decide that you're not going to accept it. You decide you're not going to receive the words that they said. The second thing I would say is, if you have somebody pushing back against you, look at the source, okay? Many times these are people that are close to you. They're your friends, they're your family, they're your close working business partners, your associates. Look at the source and kind of why are they saying that? What is the motive here behind this resistance that I'm getting? Sometimes it's unfortunate because, people feel that you're moving on, that you're moving up, and they're afraid to lose you. They're afraid that the relationship's going to change. They're afraid that things are going to be different. They're afraid that you're going to move on without them. And, so whatever it is, just look at the source and, think about why it is that they might be saying it. Now, one thing I will say, a word of the wise, is, sometimes there are people that love you and they care about you, and they may be giving you a word of caution. So don't necessarily accept that as resistance, although sometimes it does feel like it. If you know that they have your best interests at heart, take into consideration what it is that they're sharing with you, and decide if maybe you want to seek some other counsel, if you want to get wisdom from a couple different areas, a couple different sources of people that you trust that have knowledge and they have wisdom and discernment in that area, and they can help guide you along. So the last part is decide to have laser focus. Decide what you're focusing on. Decide what you're going for. Like when we lost everything, our biggest focus was, getting back to ground zero. When you go, today is so different, right? Years ago, you lose it all, you run out of money and you're done. Today, no, you can get into debt, up into your eyeballs. So, you can pass zero and keep on going, which we did. So, anyways, our focus was that we never wanted to go back there. We never wanted to have that stress and the pressure and all those things that were coming against us in our life. And you know what? We use that to propel us. We had a vision and a plan and a purpose for what God was wanting us to do with our lives. And you know what? I'm going to venture to say, my friend, that you probably do too. You probably know that there's some dreams in your heart that, tug on your heartstrings every time you think about it, or every time you hear it, or every time you envision it in your mind. And that's really what you're going for. And here's what I know, that, a man or woman with, wanting to do something exceptional, wanting to do something extraordinary, they're going to get resistance. They're going to encounter, pushback. But here's what I also know, that how we respond to the pushback, how we respond to the resistance, it determines so much. So figure out how in advance you're going to respond. Decide that you're not going to accept negative words that are spoken over your life, and focus on where it is that you're going. Because here's what I know. I know that God picked you from the foundations of the earth, that He knows the hairs on your head, that He has a plan and a purpose for your life that only you can do. Only you. Nobody else, okay? Not your mom, not your sister, not your brother, nobody else. Only you can do it. So it's up to you to go out there and make it happen. And sometimes you got to get your boxing gloves on and you got to go out there and fight back. You got to go out there and put up a good fight. The fight of faith, right? Standing up for what you believe in. Anytime you take a stand for something, people may shoot arrows, but that's okay, because you have a plan and a purpose for your life. And the calling on what you're setting out to do is so much greater than the resistance that's coming against you. I believe it. I declare it. I say that you are bold. I say that you are courageous. I say that you live victoriously in all areas of your life, not just in one area, but in your health, in your finances, in your relationships, in every area of your life. You can be blessed. How do I know? God's word tells us, right? It says that the thief comes to steal, to kill, and destroy, but I have come, right? God has come to have, so that you may have life and have it to the full, right? So He's got your back. He's going for you 100%. It also says that if God be for us, who dare be against us, right? Who dare try and come against your dreams and your goals? The forces of life, they will, but you have God backing you up. So go for your dreams 100%. Let's go out there and get everything that God has for you. Let's go change the world one person at a time. Speaking of one person at a time, if this is something that added value to your life, definitely feel free to share. You can hit the share button if you're watching on Facebook, forward it on if you're watching on YouTube, and let's go change the world. The other thing is, if we haven't met personally, I would love to connect. I'd love to meet you and to hear your story. So send me a message and let's talk and let's go from there. So that is all for tonight, my friends. Summer Geronimo here, signing off. Take care, be blessed, and live victoriously.